Do you want to find out how you can start leading today regardless of your position? Today we're going to talk about leadership and how oftentimes those in positions of authority are not the true leaders in an organization. By the way guys, I post videos every weekday on topics of leadership, time management, and general effectiveness. If you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to get more content like this. John C. Maxwell writes, "Leadership is often misunderstood. When people hear that someone has an impressive title or an assigned leadership position, they assume that individual to be a leader. Sometimes that's true, but titles don't have a lot of value when it comes to leading." A couple myths about leadership. The first is the management myth. A common misunderstanding is that management and leadership are the same thing. In truth, leadership is about people, and management is about systems. A manager can maintain a system phenomenally. A great manager can keep a system going in its current state, but a leader can change that system for the better. They can impact change, which is much more powerful. The second myth is the myth of position. The greatest misunderstanding about leadership is that it's based on position. People think that you have to achieve a position before you can start leading, and that everyone in a position is a leader. Stanley Hupty said, "It's not the position that makes the leader, it's the leader that makes the position." When I'm having trouble nailing down a concept, I like to look at it in terms of the zombie apocalypse. World-ending events are often illuminating. Think of it like this. If some major catastrophe occurred, would that person be the person that you wanted to follow when you had everything to lose and nothing to gain from following that person? If they're the person that you turn to in a crisis, then they are a great leader. Now think about yourself. Are you the person that people seek out when they need help or when they're in a crisis? The proof of leadership is not in the title, it's in influence. I personally love the concept that leadership is wholly about influence, because that opens the door to the concept that you don't have to be in a position to be a leader. I am not currently a positional leader in my organization, but I have the opportunity to lead people as colleagues and peers through the tenets of leadership and influence. It opens the door for those of us in entry-level positions to explore leadership as a skill that can be trained and cultivated, and know that we can be a leader in our organization regardless of position. In fact, we're much better off learning leadership ahead of time before we have the position that requires it. If you want to learn more about the impact of influence on leadership, pick up the book, The 21 Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. I took the cover off of this because they drive me crazy when I'm reading it. This book has been an incredible resource for me, and I can't recommend it enough. By the way, the law of influence is the second law in the book. As always, thank you for watching the video, guys. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, and make sure and leave your comments below. And I'll see you tomorrow.